Hey everyone, Fab here, and today I'm going to teach you the basics of a terminal. And I'm going to be using Bash terminal for this one, and also I'm going to be using Alacrity. And both of these are pretty simple to set up, and I mean Alacrity is a bit hard, but you can use Git Bash for that. I'm just gonna use Alacrity because it just looks good, looks better, but Bash is gonna do very well. Git Bash was gonna just do everything very well. So let's get started by installing Git first. Alright, so for that you need to first open up a terminal, a browser, and search Git. Alright, and I open up the first thing that comes up and click on downloads and click on your download for Windows if you're on Windows. But if you're not on Windows, if you're on Mac or Linux, it would be a better idea to not use an installer, but you can use the command line interface to install an app. Like your default command line tool to install apps, like for example, if it's Mac OS, it will be brew, and if it's Linux like Debian, it will be apt, and if it is if it is Arch, it will be pacman, etc. So yeah, I'm on Windows, that's why I'm gonna click on download for Windows, and I need to click here again, and I will get the download, and I just have to wait for it. Yeah, I just installed Alacrity. So yeah, I'm not gonna actually install it, but I'm just gonna show you how you can install it. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, these are all the options you need to enable. This might be turned off by default and you want to turn it on, and you also gotta make sure the others are also turned on. Okay, this would be really useful if you are on Windows 11, but if you're on Windows 10, maybe not that much. So yeah, click on next, and it will be as default will be Vim, but Vim is a really hard to use editor, and you cannot use Vim without at least knowing how to use a terminal, which we haven't learned yet. So I'd choose something easy like Sublime, or if you don't have Sublime, you can just use a notepad. Alright, I'm just choosing Sublime because I have Sublime, and you should have it too. You can just go to your browser and search Sublime text, and you can get Sublime text, and it's on version 4 right now. And yeah, you can just click on download for Windows, and it's pretty much that simple. And also the installation process is pretty simple, so you can just install it easily. And now yeah, after that you gotta click next, and the default option in this one would be this, but you have to select this one because most of the repository platforms you use, like GitHub, GitLab, I think all of them uses main now instead of master. So I think this would be the better idea to go about it. And yeah, just click on next after that. This actually would be the default option, and that's what you want to select, because if you choose this one, it would only work, the Git tool will only work in the Git Bash, which we don't want, because if we switch to another terminal, it won't work there. Okay, so yeah, we want this option, and also this, you don't want this option because it's kind of experimental. So yeah, stay away from it. So next, I don't even know what this is because I don't really play with SSH much. So yeah, we just need Windows style, and this is actually something you can actually choose, and you got actually two choices. Do you want to use MintTTY as the default terminal, or do you want to use command prompt? Now I would say the difference is that command prompt is pretty much neat and clean, but MintTTY has colors and stuff, and I think more information. So it really depends on what's your vibe, and yeah, I guess that's what these are, the difference between them. So yeah, click on next, because I don't really care which one I use, because I'm using another terminal emulator. If you really want a video about Alacrity, I'll make that. And yeah. Now after all these stuff, yeah, you can just click next. And after if you click on next again, it will, I think, it install, or maybe you have to do one more install. There might be an install button, I don't know, but yeah, it's right after this. The installation process is just right after this, and I don't want to install because I already have it installed, so I'm just gonna click cancel. Yeah, and what you get with Git is this thing called Git Bash, and Git Bash is terminal, and you can just do the terminal stuff in here. So yeah, for the rest of the tutorial you can just use this as your terminal, but I'm gonna be using my favorite Alacrity because it's just been with me for a long time now. I have used it in the past in my Linux, and yeah, it's been a solid one for me, but I haven't used it much in Windows, but it's kind of the same because it's using bash shell and everything, so it's just pretty much the same. So I'm gonna close this and open up Alacrity, and as you can see, it's all cool and wiped out. So let's get to the actual things, and the first command I want to show you in terminal is this thing called echo. Now that in itself didn't do anything, but if you say echo and then maybe something like hello, and it just echoes the hello, whatever you put in there. But if you have like a sentence or a paragraph, you need to put it inside double quotes or something like that. So I can say hello there, how was your day, and it will ask hello there, how was your day. So that is the first command that I wanted to show you, the echo command. Now another command I want to show you is this thing called ls. Now whoa, what was that? Right, actually I'm going to do cd, and yeah, the ls much better. So if I do an ls, right, wait, actually let me cd into my document slash code, actually yt, yeah, it's documents, yeah, yt. I know that's probably confusing, but I'm gonna teach you what cd is. But first, let's actually learn what this is, the ls command. And ls basically lists out whatever is in that folder. So right now I have this folder inside this documents slash yt folder called Python. Okay, and yeah, so let's actually create a new folder and let's start from there. Alright, so yeah, to make a folder, you first need to know this thing, like how people say folders in the terminology. Yeah, I know, good pun, right? So in the terminology, folders are called directories. Okay, directories. And basically you need to make a directory, right? You need to make a folder, you need to make a directory, and in short it is mkdir, make directory, mkdir. Okay, and you say the name of the directory. I'm gonna say terminal. So we have, now if we do ls again, now we have the Python folder and the terminal folder, right? Cool. So let's actually get into the terminal folder, shall we? And that is what the cd command is for. Okay, it means change directory. So we are changing our current directory, whatever our current directory is. Right now our current directory is like documents/yt. Now I'm gonna change it to terminal, so it will be documents/yt/terminal. All right, now so now if I do an ls, I don't have any file inside this new folder, right? That's why when I did ls, nothing showed, because I don't have any file inside it. Make sense? Yeah, good. Alright, so next thing we want to do is to actually make a file, right? So how do we make a file? Well, it's pretty easy. There's this command called touch, and that's what you use to make a file. So you say the file name and the extension for it. So file name dot extension, whatever that is. I'm just gonna call it test.txt, and yeah, so I actually want to show you one more command, but before that I need to enter something into this. So I'm just gonna, don't be confused by what I'm gonna do right now. It's nothing. Hello there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so another command I want to show you is I'm only gonna show you the basic of this command, like real most basic use case. Okay, and that is printing whatever is in a file into the thing. So like before we did the echo command, right? So instead we can use this command like cat, and then whatever file we want to print. So whatever is inside that test.txt file will be printed out down here, right? And yeah, that's this cat command. Now actually we can delete the file. Now to delete the file, you use this command called rm, which means remove. Okay, and we can remove this file by saying the file name, which is test.txt. Oh, what did I do there? I didn't type the whole thing. Yeah, because if I just type a bit of the whatever you want and hit the tab key, it will autocomplete for you. This is like the case for like almost all the terminals. So yeah, you can use this, and if I run this and then do an ls, now there's nothing again. Now I can add another file, file1.txt, and if I run an ls now, I do have a file, and now I can remove that file again, and there we go. If I do an ls now, yeah, it's all gone. Hey, how do I just remove everything I just had, right? That command is called clear. So I just type clear, and everything just gets cleared. So I might have some real long stuff and it's all cluttered and stuff. So I just wanna like refresh everything, so I can just clear the screen and clear my mind along with it, right? So yeah, and in cd, if you want to go back to the previous directory, I mean the parent directory. So what does that mean? What does the parent mean? Okay, so if this is the child directory of this directory, does that make sense? Like it's under, like the terminal directory is under the YT directory, okay, and the YT directory is under the documents directory. So it's like this is the child, this is the parent, this is the grandparent, okay. So yeah, so if we want to go to the grandparent directory, I mean parent directory, you just do cd and then 2 dots. It means the parent directory. Now I don't know if we can do wait, let me cd into terminal real quick. I don't know if we can do the get to grandparent directory real quick. I don't know, maybe 3 dots. No, yeah, 3 dots don't work, but cd1 means the same, okay. Just 1 dot means the same directory, current directory. If you want to go to grandparent directory, you can just do like double dot and then slash and then double dot again, and you go to the grandparent directory. Now I'm actually going to cd into YT, and actually what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm going to remove the directory called the terminal, okay. I'm going to delete it, okay. How you can do that is by doing remove directory or rmdir, okay, and we can save the file, I mean folder name, which is terminal, and if I enter, yeah, it's all done, and I can ls, and it's only Python in here, right? Now there's actually one way to actually delete a folder. There's another case, and to show you that, let me make that file again, I mean folder again. So mkdir terminal, and I'm gonna get into the terminal, and I'm gonna touch file1.txt, then I'm gonna do a touch file2.txt, and I'm gonna touch another file3.txt. Alright, perfect. Now if I'm gonna clear the screen and do an ls. Now you can see there are 3 files in here, and yeah, so I can just I'm actually going to make a 4th file, and this is going to be a bit of a tricky file. So I'm going to make a file, so touch dot file hidden .txt. Okay, now if I do an ls, it's only showing these files. Where the hidden file? If you want to view hidden files and folders when doing an ls command, you can do the ls and then give the option called la. So you have the main command here, and then you have the options and parameters here, okay. So you can give the option la, and that will show you all the hidden files and everything, right? Now if from the previous thingy you know that this dot means the same directory and this dot means the parent directory, right? And that's cool, right? It's showing everything including these two. That's pretty cool, right? And yeah, here's the hidden file we made, right? So now let's actually, we are like, oh shit, we made this useless folder, we need to delete the whole folder. So let's go do that, right? We can go delete the whole folder. Yeah, so we do rmdir and then the folder name, right? So you do that, and whoa, what happened? It's saying that it failed to remove terminal because the terminal, I mean the directory, was not empty. So you need to go back and delete all of the files, right? Well, that's the hard way to do it. There's an easier way. Now be a bit careful that you don't do this all the time, because maybe sometimes you might lose folders and stuff. So I mean, if you know what you're doing, you're fine. I mean, like, it's just your if it's just a folder you made, then it's alright. But if it's a folder that's not something you made yourself, then I don't know, sometimes you might just break stuff. So I mean, it's the same if you just go to your file browser and delete important files or folders. Things can go wrong. So yeah, be careful that you don't misspell stuff when you're using this command, okay? And that is, you need to use the remove command or rm command. You gotta give this option called rf, okay? And then what you gotta do is to just say terminal, and now if I do an ls, there you go, I just deleted the terminal. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, these are the stuff that I actually wanted to show you today. Yeah, these are all cool stuff. I guess at least that is cool. Now if you really want more tutorials like this, then subscribe, and if you like this video,